Hi everyone, my name is Bob Vandenberg. I am Chair of the Nominating Committee and past President of OACETT. I'm honored to be here today to present to you with the fellow candidates our first all candidates meeting. When you look at OACETT's strategic plan, one of the key items is engagement of you, the membership. And this is a great opportunity for us to engage you, the membership, to provide you the information you need to be able to make a voting choice this election. Thank you to the members, you, for submitting the questions. Without those questions, we would not have been able to hold the meeting today. We received approximately 43 questions. And out of those 43 questions, we have 6 that we'll be answering today. I also need to thank staff who've taken time out of their day to join us and be here on a Saturday for this video recording. It's my pleasure to introduce the following candidates for running for the position of President-elect. To my immediate right, Cam Johnson, CET RCCA. Next to him, Shervin Riani, CET. And next to Shervin, Rosanna Baggs, CET. Before letting each candidate provide opening statements, I'll have to lay the ground rules for the all candidates meeting today. We'll have 6 questions in total. Each candidate will be allowed 2 minutes per answer. The order of the opening statement and question and answer has been selected by drawing numbers previous to this recording. Each candidate can make an opening statement of no more than 1 minute and a closing statement of no more than 1 minute. Now, to the candidate opening statements. Cam.
Thanks, Bob. Hello, fellow OACETT members. My name is Cam Johnson. I'm very proud to be a nominee for President-elect. I would like to congratulate my fellow nominees. It's always a great honor to be recognized by our peers, and I wish them good luck in the election. We have an amazing association, and we've accomplished many great things over the years, but there's still work to do and embrace the future. I'm very excited about our new strategic plan, focusing on enhancing members' careers, working with chapters, and engaging in the engineering community. I'm also very excited about the Young Professionals Committee, the work that it has done and the work that it will do to help enhance OACETT and move the association forward. Of special interest is national reconciliation. I feel working with other provinces is always a better solution. As President-elect, I will work hard each and every day for the members of the association to enhance our certification, career-long education, and professional support for the benefit of each member and the community. Thank you.
Thank you, Cam. Thank you, Cam. And next, Shervin.
Thank you, Mr. Vandenberg. Colleagues, thank you for the opportunity to be here today. My name is Shervin Riani. I'm a certified engineering technologist with OACETT for 31 years. I bring in 33 years of experience. I've been a coach, I have been a director and a president of a sports association. So I fully understand the need for transparency. I understand the issues surrounding the sustainability, development, growth, responsibility. When elected, I intend to use my experiences to provide adequate resources and capacity to ensure the sustainability of our association and its growth. I will work closely with the PSB and IETO to make sure that we have a meaningful membership experience as well as gold standard in certification. Thank you.
Thank you, Shervin. Rosanna?
Thank you, Bob. Hello, my name is Rosanna Baggs. I'm a CET with OACETT and have been working very hard with the association since 2009 when I first joined. I became certified in 2012 after I finished my civil engineering technology program at St. Lawrence College. I've been on 2 different chapters in my tenure with OACETT and have gone through many different positions and committees and boards. some such as the Fellow and CPD, our Continuing Professional Development committees. I've seen a lot of growth in my time just in the association, but also in our profession. I believe wholeheartedly that our association is facing an interesting time coming with what everybody is kind of deeming the fourth revolution. So such things as emerging technologies like AI and whatnot. It is putting our association in a situation where we really have to make sure that we are aware of the things that are going to affect us over the next few years, and our profession will have to evolve to deal with such things. Much so will our association. My tenure as president-elect, I would be very honored to lead our association through these times, and this will just allow us to engage with our memberships in different ways than what we've been able to.
Thank you. And now off to the first question we're going to ask today. And the questions aren't going to be asked in the order they're presented, but we'll do a random selection. So the first one to answer a question will be Shervin. And Shervin, qualified person status is something that to date has seemed out of reach to our members unless they were granted a limited license under PEO. What can OACETT do to help our members reach QP status, and how can you, as president-elect, help OACETT accomplish this?
Great question. In my field, as in the construction business, I come across this question often enough, and I myself am a big proponent of qualified person status. Us technologists, we do a lot of work out in the industry that's not recognized. But first, we need to understand and communicate with our membership the benefits, advantages, and disadvantages of regulation. In order to do that, we have to, I would suggest, start up a committee and a task force to find out what the key issues are. Additionally, we need to create a demand. Our business, our industry, our association was created by the industry. The industry will demand or will provide us with the background and the support we need if and when we create the demand to have qualified person status. So our number one objective would have to be to work with our industrial partners, other associations who are like-minded, to promote, engage, and encourage our members to improve our exposure in the industry as well as in the public eyes. That is what I will do to push our qualified person status forward. Thank you.
Rosanna?
Thank you, Bob. Qualified person is very important in our profession. We get questions on it a lot about why we seek this, and a lot of it is to be relevant in the industry, much like our colleagues have mentioned. And as president-elect, I will have to ensure that we seek out government relations and have those discussions with them to ensure that they recognize our association and our members, but also to reach out to the other associations across the country, and also with PEO, and to have other conversations just to ensure that they understand what it is we're doing. We're not trying to take work away from other people, but we're trying to garner and strengthen what we do for our profession.
Thank you. Cam?
Sure, thanks, Bob. Our leadership has done a great job on this file to date. We've come a long way. I believe that we should continue with our advocacy work, communicate the great work we've done. Take a look a little bit to Shervin's point. Take a look at what are the key issues, key outstanding issues, what we should focus on, set some measurable targets, and work to achieve those. Work with our partners to achieve those, and together we'll get to a suitable solution. Thank you.
Thank you. And now for the next question. And the first to answer will be Rosanna. Rosanna, some members feel OACETT membership is more suited to individuals working for consultants and municipalities. Do you agree with this statement? And if so, what would you do to change this?
Thank you, Bob. I do not agree that it is only of benefit to a small group of people. It benefits anyone in any kind of role, whether it's provincial, municipal, federal, private. Doesn't matter what you're doing. Our association, we have put in place steps to ensure that your education meets the requirements for certification. We require that our members continue with their professional development throughout their career and to ensure it. And it's a way to show the industry, regardless of which industry they're in, that you are capable of doing your job, and that we hold you to a high standard. And with that, it's indescribable how valuable it is to memberships. I know in my own career that it has put me above other professionals.
Okay, thank you. Cam?
Sure. OACETT at its core is to serve all members. The strategic plan, the new strategic plan outlines that, focuses on enhancing member careers, continues to engage the chapters, and also engages the community at large. There is many resources available through staff at the OACETT offices to help assist those individuals that are in some of the disciplines that are not focused on municipalities and consultants. So I would encourage members, if they're looking for some additional information, to focus on contacting the office and discussing with some of the OACETT staff.
Okay, great. Thank you. Shervin?
Thank you, Bob. I agree with the comments from the member who posed the question, that the perception is reality. Before I joined as a chapter volunteer, I always felt the same thing, that in my region, in my chapter, I'm a civil technologist, all the chapter executive were electrical, until I actually went to the chapter meeting. What I realized is, yes, there are a lot of electrical and mechanical volunteers, however, and that's because no civil engineering technologists had volunteered. So volunteering is the key, getting involved is the key. Let's look at our history. 60 years ago, OACETT was created by PEO, and that was because of the industry's need for our association. And what happened since then, it was initially, again, civil technologists, and then mechanical and electrical stepped in, and they made grounds in the association. The key is the industry. Industry demands what we do. Industry dictates and helps us promote us and improve our standings. What we need to do, we need to expand our outreach to the industry and our partners, and also partner with other associations. We need to get the demand out there. So what we need also is we need help from you, the members. Get involved. Don't sit back. Don't throw your arms up in the air that it's not for you, it's not for your discipline. OACETT stands for everybody. We have 15 disciplines, and we are proud of it, and we will continue to promote all disciplines within OACETT. Thank you.
Thank you. Cam? What would be your strategy to increase member participation across all chapters?
Yeah, I think key is some of the new technologies, being able to communicate through a wide variety of methods and media. I think that's key. I know we have, and this is probably a good mechanism to demonstrate that. We're moving forward to many different ways to communicate with the members, especially at the chapter level. Horseshoe Region, which is what I'm a member of, has done an amazing job at outreach to the chapters, and they are, I would say, a leader in engaging their membership, their local membership. Thank you.
Thank you. Shervin?
Thank you, Bob. PAS, Professional Affairs and Services, has made and provided significant investment in planning the chapter support by hiring additional bodies, by providing support to the chapters for communication with the chapters and membership. We need the members to, again, be involved and communicate with the chapters what they want. What I have found, my experience has been CPD events have always been very successful in getting membership increased attendance. I held a CPD event in my region just recently in January 12th, and we had a very successful attendance. We had 43 people attending, with a lot of people we had to turn away because our venue wasn't big enough, and this was our first major event. We had people from 2-3 hours distance to traveling for that particular event. The other chapters I've been to who have held similar type events, such as CPD type events, they've been very successful in having numbers or in excess of 50 attending. And I'm not saying that that's the only way we can bring members in, and getting members engaged. There's also the social side of it as well. But as an OACETT head office, what we can do is support them with the CPD events and promoting the CPD to the chapters. The chapters themselves, they can look after the social events and obviously in addition to the CPD events they want to hold. Thank you.
Thank you. Rosanna?
Thank you. Well, like I mentioned, emerging technologies is affecting our association, and that also involves on how we present our material and our networking events to our members. We have excellent opportunities, as mentioned, to be able to do this through webcasts and go-to-meeting events through your computer, your tablet, your phone. But we also have the opportunity to solicit feedback from our members. What kind of events do you want? Do you want social networking? Do you want CPD? Do you want discussions? Do you want job fairs? You know, we have the ability now to get this information from more people sooner, quicker, and to react to this. And you know, with the help of the great staff that we've brought on board at head office, our chapters will have the assistance to be able to do this. We can provide training so that everybody knows how to use the technology that we help supply to them to support their chapter needs. And then this will help develop a more meaningful interaction with our chapters, our head office, and our volunteers.
Okay, thank you. Sherman, as you're aware, we've been working with other provinces to reconcile our differences across the country. Highlight and discuss why you feel national reconciliation is important and how you, as President-elect, can support coming together in the country.
Great question. And that's a tough one too. As a nation, we're having a tough time already amongst our political partners and provinces already, let alone the small associations and groups like ours from Alberta to from BC to Newfoundland and from east to west. So our task is not going to be any easier. If anything, it might be even more complicated in our profession. I guess the question we have to ask ourselves: what kind of a value are we going to get out of this? What do we gain? What do we want to gain out of this as well? How can we promote the national unity to the membership? The support I will give is, I'll give you an example. I was able to bring in a group of municipal plans examiners together to standardize or provide guidance as to what type of information is required for building permit approval. As you know, with the municipalities, there's different ways of interpreting the code, there's different ways of approaching certain things. So therefore, I was able to bring 4 municipal plans examiners together to go over what is required, what is not required, what can we do with, what can we do without. So basically negotiations, bring people together of a similar thought process, and we don't have to bring everybody together at once. We start small. We start with the associations and the provinces that do want to change, that do want to become part of the national association, national voice for our members. And once we create the demand, once we create the atmosphere that we are serious and we are successful in what we do, the other provinces will follow. That doesn't mean we do not continue our communication and discussions with other provinces. We work with them. We don't necessarily have to spend any major funds with them to get everything going. At the same time, we will keep them in loop of what's going on and prove to them as a combined national membership is how beneficial it is to us all. Thank you.
Thank you. Rosanna?
Thank you, Bob. This is a very important topic, and as Sherwin has mentioned, it is difficult to figure out how to get groups to work together. However, this is an opportunity for us to grow as an association and grow nationally. You know, there's always strength in numbers, and the more we can work together on a national level, the bigger our voice will be as an association and as an organization across the country, and be able to have those government relations and be able to learn from each other. This is an amazing opportunity to find out what's working best where and improve everybody across the board. You know, this will help us harmonize professional regulatory structures across Canada, which will allow our members to be able to move more fluidly throughout the whole country, and that would be an amazing opportunity for people to be able to expand their business.
Thank you. Cam?
Yeah, great answers, folks. Yes, I believe it's very, very important. Strength in numbers, stronger voice nationally, internationally. It helps with active continuing learning. It falls within our strategic plan. Advocacy. It enhances our sense of community across the country. Engineers Canada has done it. They have a terrific model. I think it would be very beneficial to sit down and meet with them and find out how they have worked through some of their challenges to get to that particular point. And it really is all about the value proposition. It's what can we bring to members, what can we bring to the community at large from a technology professional point of view. Start small and work from there. Thank you.
Rosanna, members working in the electronics computer discipline workforces feel there isn't any training available that relates specifically to their disciplines. How would you recommend we provide better support for our electronic and computer engineering technology members?
That's a great question, Bob. Like I mentioned, we are on the cusp of being able to offer services to our memberships through new ways. So this group, we can offer more training providers to, as we go through our CPD and develop the program further from what it actually is. We will be able to direct our members to links of other providers to encourage their CPD growth, but as well they would also provide us feedback on training that they find interesting or help promote, or maybe even encourage them themselves to put on some CPD, as that itself is an opportunity for them to get the required training that they need. We have many opportunities coming forward with some of the things such as metros that we've previously provided with some strategic partners where we help develop a new type of technology, but it doesn't only benefit this group. We have this opportunity to do it for all our disciplines, and that's the great thing, is that we work as an association, and what's good for one is quite often good for everybody.
Sure, thank you. Cam?
This is, I think, something that again, staff at OACETT could help with. IEDO and the services side can help with working with colleges, working with independent service providers, training agencies. I think when individuals are looking for enhancing their education and enhancing their knowledge, I think the OACETT offices are a terrific resource. They've been over the years very, very helpful for myself and helpful for many other members. So I would strongly recommend that. Thank you.
Sure, thank you. Great. Now we'll move on. Do we have time for one more question, or we do?
I would answer that question.
Oh, sorry.
Do you want me to?
Sorry, sorry. This is the part we get to edit.
I'll pass no problem. I'll pass no problem. Keep this around.
Yeah, keep this, yeah. Sorry, Sherman. Yeah, sorry.
Actually, the answer is yes.
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 All right.
Thank you, Bob. And echoing on what my colleagues have said, for me, this is an emerging field, emerging discipline. Even professional engineers in Ontario, they have a difficulty trying to get this specific discipline out the support that they need. However, not to say it doesn't happen. My biggest concern is obviously for us understanding what type of training they need. Again, we need your input. We need your input to tell us what type of training you need. My lack of knowledge, forgive me for that, however, but I'm thinking of some collaboration between us and companies similar to Microsoft and IBM where they have certification programs. We can ask our IETO, Registrar's Office, PAS, our association to contact these types of organizations and find out how our members' certification can be rolled over into, for example, Microsoft certified programs that they have, or IBM, or Xerox, or these types of industries. So there is a lot of work to be done on that. There is a lot of what we can do. So we need your input. We also need your support on this to help us promote and find ways to provide the additional training that you need. This is, as an example, I'll give you another example, which would be our road senior and junior inspectors collaboration that we have with the Consulting Engineers of Ontario. So this is in the same line of process I'm thinking of. But we do need to, again, still increase public awareness of our own, also additionally promote our continuous professional development. That is a great support from IETO to talk to these other organizations to promote and somehow try to find a way to interchange our certification processes with each other. Thank you.
Thank you. Cam, what can OACETT do to better serve members who live in more remote parts of Ontario?
Again, going back to technology, we have, and I've been part of that. We have tremendous engagement with the chapters and the association meetings that we have, and I think we should continue to build on that success. I've met many wonderful people from up north, and they have so much to contribute to our association. I think the success that we've had to date, we just continue to build on it with whatever means and methods that allow us to do that. We have we're in the process of updating our IT system, which will allow for better engagement. That system should be in place later this year, and that would be very helpful to engage these members. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Bob. The problem is not localized. It's not just to the Northern Ontario or Eastern or Western. Every region has a similar issue. I'll speak of my own region, Western region. Grey Bruce chapter is a vast area. The membership the numbers are low, just because of geographical area and what have you. So it's very hard for the chapter chairs and executive to have member participation as well as holding events, and that's perfectly understandable. We are a technology association. We can use the technology to our advantage, and we should embrace it as well. We need to provide to make sure the chapters maintain their minimum requirements as far as the chapter meetings or events are concerned. To do that, we can roll that in with CPD, with great help from IETO again, that provide us with almost within a week of letting us know whether an event is CPD eligible or not, or what kind of how many credits we can get to that. At the same time, PAS has done a great job in providing us with help by giving us access to teleconferencing, video conferencing. I have had my regional council meetings via teleconferencing very successfully. Those technologies are available to us. We can partner with colleges in the areas that are access is very hard to get to for venues. Colleges can provide us with a venue for people to attend and go to events. We can partner with local community centers to provide them with the venues they need. And these are some of the help we can give to the regions or the chapters that are in the areas where there's such a vast area. another example for the awards meeting that we had, we tried unsuccessfully because of the weather conditions, couldn't get people from Toronto area even to get together. So we used the video conferencing, and that was very successful as well. So we have the technology, we can use it, let's embrace it, let's use it. Thank you.
Thank you. Rosanna?
Well, Bob, coming from Ottawa myself, I understand the harsh weather conditions can sometimes play a factor. Also, it does, time to get to events is always on people's mind. When we're holding something on a weekday, if you're coming from work and you have kids, or just the distance you have to travel. I know some people who do travel hours to get to their job sites, and this affects their ability to be able to come to our events. So there are some things that we can do that, my colleagues have mentioned, we can employ the technology, but we can also engage the employers. If we find that there's a certain group that have one particular company, we could actually go to the company and do stuff with them there as well, or we can deploy our members through a couple different locations throughout the area, depending on where we can find hubs. And this here, not only will we have someone in person, but the person will bring and assist with the technology to do so, because not everybody has a computer at home, not everybody has internet at home, and sometimes that, grouping people in a large group together doesn't necessarily always work. So maybe looking at different ways of doing something that we used to do and breaking it up for the groups, because the area that is covered is so large.
Okay, great. Thank you. Thank you to the candidates for answering the 6 questions. At this time in the meeting, each candidate will have 1 minute for a closing statement. And we'll start with Cam.
Sure, thanks, Bob. Thank you, everybody. This has been a terrific event. My message is simple. Thank you for your time. Please get out and vote. And let's work together and embrace OACETT's future. Thank you.
Thank you. Sherman?
Thank you, Bob. I want to thank you for making this available to us, this opportunity to speak with you directly. I want to thank my colleagues here for their input, and as well also I would like to congratulate them on their nomination and wish them all the best of luck for going forward as President-elect, President, past President. And I'd like to express the importance of volunteering and this whole process. Without volunteers, we don't have an association. Without your help, we will not be able to do what we want to do to improve OACETT's image as well as its growth. We need to support IETO in their adaptive and resilience of certification. I will work together with both IETO and PASB to achieve the goals set in our strategic plan that came out just recently. Volunteering is very important to us all. The question is, what can you do to help us out? I'm here to make a commitment for the next 6 years. What will you do for the next 6 years?
Thank you, Sherman. Rosanna?
Thank you, Bob. I just want to take this opportunity to thank my fellow candidates as well as Bob and the staff who helped put this together. This is an amazing opportunity to be able to be here today to talk directly to our members and to have this conversation. This is an excellent opportunity for us as OACETT as an association, and this is a step forward in what we can help bring the association and how we bring everybody together and let people know what's going on. I just want to thank everybody and encourage everybody to get out and vote. This is your time to have your say in what makes our association great.
Thank you to the candidates for taking time to prepare for the meeting today and answering the questions and providing some thoughtful information that I hope you as members will be able to digest, understand, and make an educated choice when you vote for a president-elect. Membership voting is going to open on March 10th. Make sure you get out and vote. And I also need to thank again the staff for taking time out of their day to be here, and thank you, the membership, for submitting questions to us. So thank you very much. And remember, VOTE ! Vote.